Welcome back to Sawdog Woodworking. I've got a quick one for you today. This is dedicated to all my fellow closet hoarders out there. I've had this piece of crap kicking around my shop for I don't know how long. I pulled it out of my old classroom, swore I would do something with it. Today's that day. Let's do something with it. I'm going to get rid of all the crap that was in it and build drawers for all these little drawer slides. I started with my air gun, as you can see, just to get all the old dust out of it. I don't even know where this thing came from, so like an idiot, I started by not wearing a dust mask. My friend, who is an auto body guy, he's probably going to hate everything I do about refinishing the paint on this. This is highly heavy grit, probably an 80 grit. That wasn't working, so I went straight to my grinder. And I just really wanted to get all the dust off of it. Not the dust, the rust off of it. Ooh, a little sparky. And just clean it up. I wasn't even sure where I was going to put it yet, but I figured if I can at least knock the rust down, and hopefully it'll last a little longer, if nothing else. Yes, we'll just speed up the sanding. Now I'm going to take some piece of crap wood that I've had kicking around. This is just old pallet wood, and I'm going to run that through my jointer here and try to make this somewhat salvageable. So I'm just going to run piece after piece through this until I get a lot of nice pieces, just to see if I can make some drawers out of this. This jointer, I swear, has saved me so many times. I don't know what I did without this tool. Now that I have all my pieces milled down, I'm going to cut them all to length. They all stayed consistent. All the drawers are going to be exactly the same. So this made it pretty easy. I didn't have to remeasure everything. Just ran them all through. This was the longer part. Pallet wood's not the same thickness, so I had to run this through my planer, which is not that strong, so it's only about a 32nd of an inch each pass. But I wanted to get them down. I think I've got them down all to about 3/8 of an inch. And a little dry fit here just to make sure that everything I did works. And it did. So now we go through and sand all the pieces. I'll spare you that. Again, sticking with my usual turning crap into treasure, I found all this, it's I think 1/8 inch melamine, then there's that black piece on the side there, I think was packaging for a door that I got for my pantry years ago that I still have kicking around. Again, closet hoarder. Oh yeah, this is the back of a poster board or framed poster that my daughter had. Once I had all the drawer bottoms cut, it was time to actually build the drawers. Typical drawer build, just a little glue on the ends, and then I'm going to hit it with some, I think I probably used 1.25" finish nails, maybe 1-inch finish nails on this. Just what I'm doing here is not your best practice, because if that blows through, it goes right into my finger. So again, a little more glue, a couple more nails, and you can see I've already got a few of these drawers done. These are just the frames. Then I'm going to come back through and I'm going to nail the bottoms to the actual bottom. I'm not going to do any rabbets or dados this time. These drawers are going to be supported on the bottom by the drawer slides, so I didn't have to put too much effort into the drawer bottom. I think I ran out of the right length nail, which is why you're going to see me going old school here, and I'm actually going to hand nail all the bottoms on. Didn't realize how spoiled I'd become with my nail gun until I started hand nailing everything. But once the bottoms were on, I would always check for square, and then I just stored them in place until I was done. Got one more to go, it looks like. And after that, I wanted to put the drawer fronts on. So you can see that there's a bit of a gap in the back there. I did a rabbet on the table saw for that. Just ran it across the blade a couple times. And that's going to allow for a lip that's on the front of the drawer slides. So they actually slide right in and it holds it in place nicely. And again, I'm out of nails for the nail gun, so I went right back in and did all my hand nailing. These nails are probably 70, 80 years old. They were my grandfather's. He kept them in old peanut butter jars on an apothecary, if you've seen some of my earlier videos. So it was about time to use up some of those. And I just went through and put the fronts on all the drawers. These are going to be for the drawer handles. I've measured everything out. Now I have drawer handles, again, from the apothecary that just seems to keep on giving. My grandfather, being the Depression era that he was, saved everything, and I get to benefit from that by constantly finding things that I need that are massively antiqued right now. So I went through and I'm using tung oil to seal everything in. Later on, I wasn't really sure what I was going to use all this storage for. Again, you can never have too much storage. I was planning on using it for my sanding discs and my sandpaper. It ended up not working out for those later on. I ended up incorporating this into my assembly table that I'm working on right now. If you want to see the full build for that, there is another video. I'll link it in the description. So little prime, little paint. It ended up, this wasn't really important either because where it's stored now, you'll never see it. But all the drawers go in. They all fit nicely. You can see I'm alternating there. The handles sort of match, but I had 3 of each, so I just alternated them to make it look right. And there we have it, a completed set of drawers. What started out as just a decrepit piece of junk that I almost threw away, we turned into something really nice. I decided to incorporate it into my assembly table. I have a link to building this assembly table in the description if you're interested. But if nothing else, I hope you can see that just because something had a purpose originally doesn't mean that you can't take it and turn it into something better with just a little bit of skill and some leftover parts. It's honestly pretty much how I've built my entire shop and started this business, if you've seen some of my prior videos. If you haven't, you should go check them out. I hope you liked this video. All that's left to do is hit like, hit subscribe, and tune into the next one. Until then, bye.